guys, so to get started with this makeup tutorial, I'm first going to fill in my brows. I think I've shown this before on my channel, but I've just been doing it just a little bit differently, so I just figured I will, put it in this tutorial since I hardly ever do my brows on my full face tutorials anymore. Anyhow, I started off by filling them in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I think that one was in dark brown, and then I fill them in with the Makeup Forever 3-in-1 Brow Sculpting Pencil. I think that's what it's called. Absolutely love the color of this one. It's definitely the true color of brows. As you guys could see, it looks very natural. Going in with a third product, believe it or not, but I am going to be using the MAC Dip Down fluid line, only because the end part of my brows are very thin. So the pencil products don't hold to it very well, and after putting on foundation and all that good stuff, sometimes I do lose some of the product on the end of my brows. So I find going in with a long wearing product as a dip down, or this one that I use by MAC, just helps it to last pretty much all day. For my foundations today, I actually mixed 3, but I could only find the clip of me showing you guys the Marc Jacobs Remarcable foundation, as well as the Lancome foundation. I also added a bit of the Black Up Cosmetics Full Cover foundation as well, because it has a very nice warm orangey shade color to it. I'm going to be doing some color contour today. I'm using a Kiko Cosmetics stick foundation. I'll leave the exact color in the description box, but I am going to be using that to do some cream contour. For the brush, I think I spoke about this in a previous video. I will try to leave a link to it. I did purchase it off of eBay, but it's pretty much a really nice dense kabuki style brush that is in that shape that looks like a paintbrush almost. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay concealer, Naked Concealer. This one is one of the darker shades that they did release. I think this is in the shade medium dark golden, I think. I once again will leave all that information in the description box, but I have tested this concealer before. I think this is my 3rd time purchasing it, believe it or not, but I did purchase it once before. Hated the color. I thought that it was really too cool looking on my skin tone, even though I think went with the darkest shade they had at the time, and also in the warm family. They did, however, release new shades for deeper skin tones, so I wanted to give it one more try. Of course, you guys saw me set the concealer down with the Inglot powder, and I'm just going in with a MAC Mineralize powder on a e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to pretty much use that to set everywhere else on my face before I go in with bronzing and contouring. For contour today, I've been really loving these powders. This one is the Naturally Enhanced powder by MAC. I spoke about them in a haul, and I'll leave that video down below if you guys are interested in seeing what these powders are about. I find myself reaching for it quite a bit, so this one I'm going to be using to contour as well as bronze in my skin. And as you guys are seeing, because it has 4 different colors, you can pretty much custom the color to your skin tone. So I go with one section just for bronzing, and then I go in with a darker section to do further sculpting and contouring. For my eye look today, I'm going to start off with the MAC 24-hour eyeshadow base. And I actually didn't realize that I wasn't filming, but I started off with this eyeshadow by H&M. It's called Tumeric. I actually have one by Makeup Forever, which is the exact same color. I forgot what that one is called, but that one is really, really pigmented. But anyhow, for this look, I'm pretty much going to be going in with all the mustard looking shades that I have. So I went in with that one first as a transition color, and then I'm going to be using Desert Sands by Makeup Geek in the crease as well. So I'm pretty much going from light to dark and to light again. So I'm going to use that Desert Sands shade in the crease with a MAC 222 brush. Next, I'm going to go in with a 221 brush by MAC, and this is the shade Uninterrupted. I think they did discontinue this. I've had this eyeshadow now for years. I actually used to use it to contour my cheekbones, but it's such a beautiful shade, and I'm going to use that in the crease as well. Next, I'm going to go in with this Makeup Forever artist shadow. I'm going to leave the exact number down below, but I'm going to use it on a flat-ish eyeshadow brush just to, you know, give the look a little bit more depth and kind of smoke out the outer crease a little bit. So I'm pretty much going in with that shade, blending it out, and I also use a little bit more of Uninterrupted just to make the process a lot easier. And honestly, I've done this about probably 3 or 4 different times, going in with that darker shade, blending it out, and, you know, doing it again until I got the intensity that I was looking for. And I'm pretty much going to be doing the same exact thing that I did on my upper crease to my lower lash line. So I'm going in first on a flat definer brush, and I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever shade first against my lash line, and then blend it out with Desert Sands, I think I did, on the lower lash line. I really wanted to keep it very simple down there because I am going to be using a pop of color, so I didn't want anything too smoky. For the lid shade, I'm going to be going in with MAC's Mix and Medium. Pretty much it's a multi-purpose product, but I do like to use it for my pigments, and I'm going to be using this one by Inglot. It's their number 29 yellow pigment. I have been wanting to do this look for a couple months now. I think I went to Inglot over a month now, maybe 2 months ago, and I saw this pigment and I knew immediately that that would be sort of like my intro into spring makeup look. I've just been really looking for that perfect yellow, and I know that Beyonce just released Lemonade, and I love Beyonce and all, but honestly this look was not inspired by her. I've been wanting to do a yellow eyeshadow look for months now, so this is it. And once I've done that, I'm pretty much going to go back in with that brush just to make sure it's a nice transition. So what I tried to do is just to make the most intense part of the yellow be in the inner part, and then of course it's going to make a nice, you know, gradation into the darker color. And then I'm going to go in with a Makeup Geek duochrome eyeshadow. I will leave the exact one in the description box, but I'm going to use that in the inner corners just to brighten it. And for those lashes, those are LA Splash lashes. That style is in Hollywood. The entire pack is called Hollywood. I just chose one and went with it. And this is the pop of color. I did use a NYX retractable pencil, and then it wasn't giving me the pop I wanted, so I just went in with MAC's High Def Cyan pencil just to make it a little bit brighter. You guys could definitely skip this part of it. I think that you can, you know, make it wearable still with just the yellow on the lid, and then, you know, keep it even smoky on the lower lash line. For blush, I forgot what this is called, but it's one of my favorite blushes of all time. It's by Sleek Cosmetics, and this, as you guys know, is a new discovery of mine, the Warm Glow highlighter from Too Faced. I am in love. This is by far one of my favorite highlighters in my collection, and that is saying a lot. That is definitely saying a lot, but I absolutely love this highlighter. And as you can see, I'm really feeling myself here. But this is it, guys. I actually am going to put on my unit now because I don't like to do it nowadays because of the one that I'm wearing first, because it gets in my hairline and it's just not cute. Like, it's not cute at all. So I don't know how I feel about my, you know, headscarf on camera, but this is what we're going to have to do until further notice. Anyways, let's get to the lips. I filled it in with a pencil from MAC, and I once again will leave that information in the description box. But I know that this lip liner that I am going over it with is BFF2 by ColourPop Cosmetics, and I just wanted to keep it very subtle, very warm at the same time. What I actually would love to do this look with is a bright pink lip. Honestly, I think that would be so fresh and so pretty, but I wanted to keep it neutral for you guys. But yes, that is the look. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.